Movies are easily the second or third best thing ever invented, holding a back seat only, of course, to wheeled luggage, the stapler, possibly Q-tips, and for some people, ketchup. Sure. My intensive education in the movies began from the age of 4 to the age of 14, where I saw 2 double bills a week. That's 2 movies each Tuesday and Friday night with my mother, and 2 double bills every Saturday with my friends. And that included little short comedies and so on, and serials like Batman and Superman. I'm not sure I understood the basic fiction of movies until I was almost middle-aged. I utterly believed everything I was seeing. I loved, above all, black and white melodramas, movies with stars like Joan Crawford, Glenn Ford, John Garfield, Gregory Peck, Julie Harris. Of course, when Brando came on screen, I was as captivated as anybody. And through his bad period, when no one would hire him, I watched every one of the movies he made. One of my all-time favorites of that period was a movie called The Chase with Jane Fonda, Robert Redford, E.G. Marshall, Angie Dickinson, directed by Sidney Lumet. The Night of the Following Day with Marlon Richard Boone, who was the avenging, stylish Paladin in the TV series Have Gun Will Travel, and Pamela Franklin, who almost stole the screen from Maggie Smith in her award-winning performance in The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. The other genre that I found irresistible, of course, was the Hollywood musical, sometimes the Broadway musical put to film. Gordon MacRae, along with Shirley Jones. Gordon MacRae, starring in both Oklahoma and Carousel, was magnificent. And then in the 2 turn-of-the-century movies with Doris Day, On Moonlight Bay and By the Light of the Silvery Moon, he was charming and, as always, in great voice. Singing in the Rain is considered by most people the best musical ever made, and it is great. But for me, even better is The Bandwagon, with my all-time hero Fred Astaire, Sid Charisse, Oscar Levant, Nanette Fabray, and that great British song and dance man, Jack Buchanan. Wonderful songs, spectacular, unforgettable dance numbers, and marvelous bad jokes. As I grew older, I discovered that I also loved a whole other category of movies, the epic. So 3 of my all-time favorites are Giant, starring Rock Hudson, Liz Taylor, James Dean, and an unbelievable cast of people. Sal Mineo, Dennis Hopper. It's unbelievable how many people are in that movie. Lawrence of Arabia, of course, and The Godfather. 3 giant movies telling big stories that swing back and forth between close-ups on the inner workings of our central characters and then these broad vistas showing us the historical momentum of these stories. The costumes, set directions, and above all the musical scores, most of which won awards, fill in all the corners and edges to make these pieces unforgettable and so watchable that whenever you turn on the TV, if one of them was on, you're stuck for 2 or 3 hours. You can't stop. Later, when I came to work a little bit in films, I thought I might become disenchanted, having seen the wizard behind his curtain. But that hasn't happened. Well, I didn't really enjoy working so much in the movies. I'm still a starstruck kid with a popcorn and a soda pop, staring helplessly up at the magic. Pickle. As hard as Hollywood tries, it's really hard to ruin the movies, because they're right up there with sex, love, friendship, learning, and food.